We have a lot of things that we need to do today. I have a whole list of things that I wrote up yesterday, and it's only starting to get to me how much you need to actually do to do an engine swap. It's not a big list by all means, so we have this to-do list over here. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen, and you can see there's quite a few things that we have to do. This isn't a list of everything that I need to do to this engine today. I've still got to do, well, maybe it is actually, I'm not too sure yet. I still need to go ahead and look over everything. This is just a small list I wrote up last night. I've also put on here that I need to buy some stuff because I don't have it. This engine swap's costing me a lot now. We also got to go ahead and clean up this garage because me doing all this work by myself, I've just been like chucking shit everywhere. It's pretty messy. You can see there's just stuff everywhere. Oh, what is this? What is going on here? Oh my god. Oh yeah, stuff I need to sell and wrap up, stuff I need to box up to ship off to people. So yeah, I reckon the first thing we do is go ahead, clean up this garage, and then talk about the plans after this. Look at this, we have a whole lot of room for activities. Got my water bottle, stay hydrated. It's really warm today, but we have all the tools here, just random parts here, but the days are homing in where the engine is going to come out this car. So we're gonna take it for a proper drive, but I guess I'll also take it for a little bit of a drive today. Tiger's off, it's a little bit windy, not ideal, but should be right. That's what she looks like right now. Shame she doesn't have this engine in yet, but it'll happen soon, I'm sure. Anyway, let's take a look at this list, a further look at this list. So what do we got here? We got plenum gaskets, yep, got all that stuff. Oil pan gasket, we can do that. Spark plugs, we need to buy that. Haven't even, whatever. Vacuum lines, I need to buy that. Yeah, we should be right for today. So there are some gaskets under here that we need to replace. Well, we don't really need to, it's just like a smart thing to do while the engine's out the car because it makes it a lot easier to work on. There's also a gasket here that's just hiding underneath this cloth that's protecting the inlet valleys, whatever you want to call it. This little rubber/metal gasket we need to replace. I've got all the stuff over here. My eBay special gasket kit. It didn't come off eBay, but it came off a pretty meh kind of site. But this stuff looks really good. Why are they whippersnipping? So some guy said that these gaskets are good because they're like metal and have the rubber bits inside them. He told me that if you were going to buy gasket kits that have this as like a paper kind of gasket like that, if they're paper then it's not the right kit. So lucky we have this solid metal gasket with some rubber bits inside. We also have the exhaust gaskets as well, which is pretty interesting. I didn't know that there were like multi-layer metal pieces. Like you can see there's like 3 layers of metal there. But what's good is that Lachlan and I have already taken this off to do the knock sensors down in there. So I kind of know how this is all going to come off. It's going to be a lot easier because the engine's out of the car obviously, and we'll be able to just lift this up and put it on the table, and then we'll be able to work on it there. What this is just like a metal piece that houses the fuel injectors, has like miscellaneous vacuum bits, and I think these are the heater core hoses. Should probably put a thing in that, but it's alright. But yeah, so should be pretty easy to take off. Won't take too long. Let's go ahead and do that now. The things I do. The things I do for you guys. Now we get to look like a complete fool. First thing I'm going to do is bring this vacuum over because we want to clean up all the grit and dirt around the engine. Oh my god. Classic. Vacuum the engine. It's something you don't see every day because we just don't want any dust or anything like big pieces of like grit going into the inlet valleys. I'm just going to call them that. That looks good enough, just vacuuming my engine, you know. Various things. Whoop. Let's just remove this gasket because we're gonna replace it. Yeah, I could use some carby cleaner to clean this stuff up, but honestly, I don't care that much. Should be right. So like I said, it's pretty good that well, it's not pretty good. I reckon it was kind of good that this engine did come with some problems when we got it out of the car. It gave us experience. So Lachlan and I obviously had to replace these knock sensors down here, and this would be extremely intimidating if I hadn't have done this before. So it's not really that intimidating, like it's pretty straightforward, I guess. Just gotta undo some bolts and this all comes off. And same with this water pump. If we didn't actually replace this, then I wouldn't know how this all works. So it's good that it came with its issues. It's good and bad. I mean, money in the bin, but experience points gained. Hope you guys are liking the POV action. Nathan is currently waiting for his Passat wagons come back, aren't you?
Yes.
So now we're gonna go ahead and do the oil pan gaskets. So we gotta flip the whole engine around on this. Nathan, we have to flip the whole engine around and then work off there. We don't really have to, it's just gonna make it a lot easier if we have the engine flipped when we do this. Nathan, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So this is gonna be pretty hard to do. Nathan, I need your help.
When you flip, some say that when you flip it over, the head gasket blows. Come on, KO it.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh shit.
Easy.
Easy, huh? Oh my god, it's gonna go fast.
It's not.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Oh dude, the fucking distributor's gonna hit it.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. Shit. The dizzy.
Go on.
Go! No. Oh fuck.
This is not good.
You good? You good?
No.
I'm coming.
Grab the fucking rocket car, you're gonna have
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Fuck. Why'd you have to get a fucking 3 of these then?
Can you fucking pull? We're kind of stupid and we attempted to turn this engine around with the distributor still connected and all these little parts here, so we're not going to do that again, right Nathan?
I'm still scarred from that. By the engine stand.
So
I was using all my fucking force to push it up.
So we're just going to take the oil pan off underneath here. Looks pretty straightforward, just a couple bolts. And it should just come off. Okay, so we have the oil pan slash oil thingo, not oil pan, sump? Yeah, the sump and the oil pan thingo, like, it's just a big one. You'll see. Yeah, it's just a big one. Usually there's like 2 pieces to one. Usually they have like a little one and then like a big one. Well, that's what I noticed on the MR2 over there.
Maybe because there's a baffled sump.
We just need to go ahead, remove all this gasket off the old sump and then check under here. Make sure that this is all flat. You can see that there is quite a lot of gasket remnants still left there, so we need to go over with a razor and just scrape that all off. Pretty much the same as the other gasket as well. It also looked like on here the gasket was failing in a spot, wherever it was. Just around here you can see it's getting like pretty thin over there. And I did notice a lot of oil just like pulled up here when I pulled it off. I don't know if that was because my hand was there, but it just looked like that it was failing here. So we're gonna go ahead, scrape this all off, clean it. I'm not gonna bore you with this. I'm just gonna do it and then show you when it's done. I've also got the bolts here arranged in a good pattern. Well, the same pattern is how I took them off. One mistake that I did when I was taking this off was that I forgot to remove one bolt while prying it off. So we might have a little bit of an issue with it being a little bit warped, but hopefully when we do all the bolts up, it flattens out. All right, so we have the oil pan gasket fully removed now. I've gone ahead and used the power hose, the pressure washer, to pretty much spray down the rest of it. As you can see, I took some of the paint off while doing it, but it's not really that major because obviously no water is going to get in here. That's what you hope for anyway. Ain't that right, Nathan? Anyway, what we need to do now is go underneath the engine over here. This is going to be very tedious because it's very low down and we need to remove all the remaining gasket along this and need to make it nice and fresh. So I'm going to be here for another like half an hour or so just doing this. We've now taken all the old gasket off the surface or the bottom of the oil pan. It's all really nice and flat. It looks like there should be more taken off, but it's fine.
It looks like there's a connecting rod there.
Haha. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, put the gasket maker on this pan over here, set it in, then do something else because it's taking too long. I did. This is probably too much, but you know what? Who gives a fuck?
You can't have too much.
The oil pan is now back on after a bit of a struggle cleaning it. It's looking pretty good. Doesn't really look good on camera, and it should hold all of its oil, hopefully. If it does, I mean, if it leaks, then obviously we'll redo it. Bit of a hassle probably in that car, but should be fine. We can tick off this. Boop. And now we need to do exhaust gasket. So let's do this. It's now the next day. Nathaniel is here again because he doesn't have anything else to do.
I slept on the engine last night. Yeah, I use the alternator as a pillow.
I don't think I filmed us getting the exhaust one off. I don't know, did I? Did I? Yes, I don't know. So we now can tick this. Some things. So I still need to pick up some spark plugs, some vacuum lines. Don't know if I have this O-ring remain seal I can get. So let's just tick what we can get today. I can do this today. I can do that today. I can get that today.
Thanks for calling Toyota. This call may be recorded for training and verification purposes. Be with you as soon as possible.
Cool.
Retailer's quote.
Hi, I'm after the parts department.
Sure, let me put you through now.
Hi, I'm after some spark plugs. So you don't have any in stock at any...
No, we don't. Unfortunately, it's not a big seller these days for our service department.
1996 Toyota Camry. Still, it's now too old for them to... It's probably because the head gasket goes on these engines.
Unfortunately, the tuning shop blew my car up. They had to give me another silver wagon. That's a boat. And that's the best thing I could come up with. Here the B-roll. 6-speed manual. With extra gears.
Oh, it's in gear. Wait. There we go. I can make it out.
You can put 2 batteries in here as well. One.
Why would you run 2 batteries? Oh my god, this battery's huge.
My dad left the lights on one time. Well, no, 2 days ago he left them on overnight, and I get to the car and it starts right back up. Starts up. It's fine.
Picked up some Champion Iridium spark plugs. Don't know if they're going to be any good, but you know what? Fuck it. Didn't cost too much, so yeah. Also got myself a remain seal, so looks pretty good. Looks like it'll do the job well, and we'll install that when we're taking the engine off the engine stand. So we're going to install these today. Do it right now. A lot of work's being done, isn't it, Nathan?
Mm-hmm. I just got to figure out how to drive manual so I can get to yours.
Okay, good luck. Don't stall.
So got to push the clutch in all the way.
Move forward.
1J.
It's on bags. 1J. Ooh. Oh. You're doing pretty well, Nathan. For your first manual drive. Oh no.
I've forgotten.
Alright, so we have Iridium spark plugs. Pretty simple. Just gonna disconnect these. You just literally pull them out like that. It's pretty straightforward. Nathan, what are you doing? Do you know how to do it?
You want to make sure you swap them around. You probably should label them.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Cool little comparison between the new spark plugs and the old. Pretty much the exact same thing. Yeah, so I had NGK plugs, which are well known for putting in 3VZs, I'm pretty sure. And we're just using these ones, so.
I just after a quote for a AC recharge.
Okay, so we have now finally done the spark plugs, so we're gonna tick that off the list. Nice, look at that, ticking things off. Vacuum lines, stupid O-ring. And we have the remand seal, so I'm just gonna give that a plus, because we have that. I might go ahead and buy one of these now. And, oh, I didn't even ask for that, Nathan. I didn't ask for the AC belt. I'll probably install the alternator, because probably give it a clean first. Yeah. Don't do that. Naughty boy. Naughty boy. So we've done quite a bit to the car, we've done quite a bit to the engine, but there's a lot of things that we can't do until the until I get the parts. So the vacuum lines we need to wait for. O-ring I don't know how to do. I don't even have. Alternator we can do. Belt we don't have yet. And rear main seal we have. So could have probably done a lot more. Also, this stuff is crazy good. Maguire's air freshener. You just chuck this in your car, let it go, turn the AC on, let it run for 10 minutes. Nathan! Lachlan is fixing his door over here because for some reason it doesn't even open. Check this out. I don't know what you have to do to fix that, but BMW things. I'm just kidding. I always shit talk to BMW, but it's not that bad. Nathan, what are you doing?
Washing my Passat. It's got permanent bugs on the front. Permanent, engraved in the paint.
We're gonna end it here, and I'll try to get more stuff out on this car, but hopefully next week we start pulling the engine out of the MR2, because I think the wiring harness has been acquired by Mr. Paul Woods. So yeah, catch you guys in the next one.